thrilled to be launching our new Children of Character cards. I read recently in a book that in 2020, the most Googled word was integrity. We are living in a day and age and in a world where people are desperate for people that have moral character, integrity, and really these values that we find in Scripture. People of boldness, of diligence, of valiance, of faithfulness and kindness. And how do we get people, how do we get that generation of adults? We start by teaching the generation that we have of children. So we have put together this resource that you can use in your homes, in classes, really wherever children are. This is a wonderful, wonderful resource. We go through the alphabet, just letter by letter, giving a godly character trait. We have courage, we have endurance, we have gratefulness. And each card features that character trait. So for example, here we have endurance, and then on the front of every one, there's a scripture verse that emphasizes the scriptural truth that we find for that godly character trait. Then on the back, you will either find a lesson in, so for example, this is a lesson in endurance, or you will find an account of. So the lesson in is a lesson that we might find from creation or from an example of the world around us in Scripture, teaching us more about that godly character trait. The account of is a Bible character that demonstrated that in their life. Maybe it was Daniel in the lion's den, how he had courage. And when we choose the word account, very specifically as opposed to Bible story, we want to emphasize that these are true accounts, true people, real people that lived, that went through sometimes wild things, and yet God gave them the courage that they needed, the fortitude, these different character traits to endure, and not only to endure, but to come through purified, refined as gold, shining testimonies for Christ. So you'll either find the lesson in or an account of that you can use to further explain this character trait and help your children understand what it means to demonstrate that in their own lives. Then we have a simple definition for you to use to explain that word. You'll find some synonyms. I know sometimes with my children, it's good to bring in other words that I can try to kind of hit the same idea from different angles to help further explain. And then at the bottom, it's just a little challenge for your child. How can you show endurance today? And really the challenge is not just for the child, it's for all of us. How can we show endurance? How can we show be long-suffering in our lives today? How can we be meek? How can we show these godly character traits in our lives? So we are so excited about this resource. It is live at nohighercalling.org, and we are just praying that God will use this to be just another tool to influence the next generation for Christ, for truth, and to raise up that generation that will be rich in spiritual integrity.